Is 2025 the year that crypto stepped out of its shadow? Now, for many people in crypto, 2025 has been very disappointing. We haven't had that massive bull market. We had signs in Q4 last year of crypto picking up and starting to reward our portfolios that we'd been holding for a long time. But there are always two sides to this industry. There's always the side of the markets, which a lot of people are focused on, and the second side, which is the industry's development. And in this video, I want to outline some really pivotal things that have happened this year that are so bullish on crypto that people aren't thinking about, aren't considering, and aren't listening to, because they're not things that are priced into the market just yet. But what they do demonstrate is how this industry is moving forward at lightning speed. So that's enough about what this video is about. Let's get into what's happened in 2025 this year, which makes me think that this is liftoff year for this industry. So the first part is the institutional players are eating up crypto. They're eating it up. We have the likes of JP Morgan, BlackRock, the biggest TradFi companies in the world that are becoming pro-crypto. They are interacting with our assets on a daily basis in big size. At the moment, we mainly see it in Bitcoin. We're now seeing a lot of these companies start to look at tokenization as well, adopting our technologies. And this is such a massive move for the industry. The second point, of course, this video could not be filmed without mentioning this man's name, but Trump. The US is arguably the most powerful force in crypto. On top of that, they now have this pro-crypto president who is constantly being bullish on crypto, but because of macroeconomic conditions, we haven't seen this bullishness priced into the market just yet. But the decisions that Trump is making, how much he's advocating for this industry, I do firmly believe that it is just a matter of time until we have some clear macroeconomic headway, and all of this stuff can really set this industry alight. The third point I want to make is, again, around adoption, authority, and credibility for the crypto industry. And I want to talk about IPOs in the stock market here. These are the traditional markets which we are entering. Firstly, we had Coinbase, which was already in the traditional markets. However, they're now in the S&P 500, the first crypto company to do it. This is a huge move for the industry. Secondly, we have eToro, which are filing for an IPO, which is oversubscribed, so now they're raising more, again showing that traditional interest in this industry. Now we have USDC, parent company, Circle, who are filing for an IPO, and this is bringing credibility to the business of stablecoins. So we're seeing what we've built in this industry start to enter the global markets, which is such a huge point for this industry. And kind of building on top of this previous point is that we're also adopting these kind of, I don't know how we say it, traditional markets, let's put it that way. Because Bybit are looking to offer a new protocol, and so are Kraken, which will enable the ability to be able to trade stocks within crypto. So Kraken are looking at offering a product where they tokenize stocks so that you can buy and hold the tokenized version of different stocks, which is going to make access to traditional markets so much more simple. It's going to, with traditional markets, it's a long process trying to buy and sell and get in and out of different stocks and commodities and so on. If we can tokenize these commodities, we can tokenize these stocks, we can be in and out in a flash, just like we are with crypto coins. So the ability to be able to trade in this generation and how much easier it is with crypto, the options that we have available, ownership as well, of course, being a massive point. This is now being applied to this traditional market as well and brought into the new world. So I hope that the points that I've mentioned in this video really do go to show that this industry is moving forward at a lightning speed. And although there's things that aren't reflected in the market, the adoption of the technology, whether it's from tokenization. I mean, there's so many things I haven't mentioned in this video. I just wanted to give you a taster of some of the bigger things that have happened so you can understand and get a gauge on where this industry is going. But there's so many core adoption points and credibility points being brought to this industry. And just because it's not being reflected in the markets, it doesn't mean that this industry isn't moving forward. The actual technology, the products that are being built, they are being adopted on a global scale. And that is what is important for the future of this industry. There are many tokens that exist in crypto that do not have sustainable growth mechanisms and models and frameworks and funnels behind them to be able to create value for their users. There is a lot of extraction that happens in this industry for projects that launch tokens and simply aligning their own pockets and not trying to build something that is essentially going to create a ton of value for users and token holders. And by looking at some of the bigger companies in the space and what they're doing and what they're achieving, like we have in this video, it goes to show that real builders can be rewarded and taken very seriously, not just in the crypto industry, but across all markets. And as soon as we start to see more businesses, more projects develop into building real products with the technology that we're armed with and build sustainable growth funnels, sustainable tokens that activate network effects, we're going to be in a position where we can start to be taken very seriously and attract a lot of institutional money into this industry, just like some of the companies are that I've mentioned so far in this video. So I think after this cycle, after we have this last part of this cycle, crypto will have a rebuilding phase in some way where the projects that are simply just launching tokens, creating speculation, creating hype, extracting from the market will start to die out. And then the projects that are genuinely building the future of the space are going to be taken seriously, and they're going to be able to integrate into wider markets and become very, very successful. That's where I see this future, and that's why I wanted to create this video. And my last final words on this video is, now is a great time to be launching and building a business in crypto. We are being taken seriously. I've mentioned that word so many times in this video, and you can see that at the top end of this industry now. And at the same time, people are waking up to the flaws of this industry, the misaligned incentives, the extractions that take place. These sort of projects aren't going to get the inflows and liquidity that they currently are in the near future. And the space will focus on the real builders building the future of the internet with this technology. So now is a great time to be coming in as a real project and doing just that, because the environment is there for it right now. And what I'm going to do is, if you're interested in learning how to build, launch, grow projects in the business side of crypto, anyone can do it. If you already know about crypto, you're armed already with the kind of knowledge you need to succeed in this industry. You just need to know the formula as to how to launch a crypto business the right way. I have a free training that explains all about this. I'm going to drop a link in the description of this video for that. So give that a watch. I hope it's helpful. And if you like this style of content, learning about the business side of the crypto industry, drop a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.